Now, bringing you the very best in New Hampshire-based local music on IPMNation.com and 100.1 The Planet, this is Local Outbreak.
Boardwalk over on Main Street. We can walk downtown, let's see who we meet. Sipping in the summertime on a local brew or a glass of wine. Nothing like a summer night in Maine. Just another summer night in Maine. Just another summer night in Maine. Just another summer night in Maine, yeah. Just another summer night in Maine. We can sit by a campfire that we made on the beach. With a night like this, nothing's out of reach. From the forest to the ocean, it never seems the same. Nothing like a summer night in Maine. Yeah, just another summer night in Maine. Just another summer night in Maine. Yeah, just another summer night in Maine. There's nothing like a summer night in Maine once again.
Joining us live in studio, the man who performed that song, by the way, Another Summer Night in Maine, which is very, very new. Shawn Manchester is here with us. We'll test these mics out. How you doing, Shawn?
Yes, thank you for having me.
I can barely hear you, which is why I need to turn this up.
Check, check, check.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
There.
Yes, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, I love, by the way, so that song, we played it during the first hour, Broke Man's Dream.
Yeah.
That was the first song of yours that I listened to, and I just love it. That is so cool. And let me put the camera on you for those watching online. Oh, actually, before we go any further, I'm going to put the camera back on me for a second because I want to show people, for those watching live, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever. So, Shawn, you brought us. Now, people will often bring us CDs and stuff like that. You brought us so these little bags. I'm going to hold this up on camera.
Yeah, little grab bag, little Shawn Manch grab bag. My last name's Manchester, but you know, for stage purposes, it's easier for people to chant Shawn Manch, Shawn Manch.
That makes sense.
Shawn Manch, yeah.
That makes sense. And in this, so this is a cool concept. You've got a USB drive with your album.
Yes.
Which is that song, Another Summer Night in Maine. That's where that's where we pulled that from.
Yep.
So thank you for bringing that. And you got a little
glow-in-the-dark 3D printed Shawn Manch keychain, exactly.
Yeah, that is,
and that's actually a pick as well.
That's very cool.
3D printed.
Okay.
Glow-in-the-dark.
Outstanding. Yep, got a pick in there.
Little custom grab bag. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. And also a sticker, which is nice. Jenny loves stickers, so as you can see from her computer.
Definitely.
So you brought one for each of us. So thank you very much, Shawn.
You're very welcome.
That is very cool. And I love that song, Broke Man's Dream. And you are, I'm dying to hear you play live. Do you want to strum that guitar a little for me, and we'll see.
Go ahead and see.
We'll see. Oh yeah, that sounds nice.
Perfect.
That sounds nice. I'm gonna pull those other mics up a little bit. Make sure we got the cajon.
Yeah, playing the drums with my feet while singing and playing makes a nice full arrangement. I like to have that little bit of rhythm with it.
You are a one-man band.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Is it difficult to learn to do that, or does that come naturally? Because most people tap their foot anyway when listening to music. So does that just kind of...
That definitely helps. A lot of the times if I'm just practicing without any drums or anything, just tapping my feet, and I thought that was just a natural way to keep time. Might as well add some drums underneath the tapping and see how it goes.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And I'm left-handed, although I play a right-handed guitar, so the ambidextrousness, I'm sure, helps with that independence for each instrument. Yeah.
I have a theory that we're all ambidextrous. We just don't know it. Because when you learn to play a musical instrument, you're using both your hands.
You are, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And sometimes your feet.
Yeah, exactly. Right, exactly. Yeah, especially if you're a drummer, you're using all four of your limbs and doing some complex stuff. So.
And that helps too, because I play, piano, drums, bass.
Oh, wow.
Multi-instrumentalist as well. That's what helps me record the full band sound with a lot of those songs.
Oh, okay. So on your studio tracks, is it all you?
Yeah, all me playing, all my writing, and all self-recorded and produced in my little shack in Maine.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah. That's fantastic. What are you going to play for us?
I'll start out with Broke Man's Dream.
Awesome. I love this song.
Thank you.
I love this song. If you're just joining us, Shawn Manchester is here with us live in studio.
I got 16 bucks, gotta make it to Friday, trying to do right. Ain't going my way, money so tight. What can I say? I'm living on a broke man's dreams. Running low on gas and I know it won't last. Couple gallons of cat through the week. Keep my head held high and I don't know why when the fire's raining down on me. I got 16 bucks, gotta make it to Friday, trying to do it right. Ain't going my way, money so tight. What can I say? I'm living on a broke man, 16 bucks, and I make it to Friday, trying to do it right. Ain't going my way, money so tight. What can I say? I'm living on a broke man's dreams. Now I finally see that it ain't just a dream, making it happen today. Now I'll keep holding on and I'll keep moving strong till I can finally say I had 16 bucks and I made it to Friday. I finally did it right. It went my way, money's not tight. What can I say? I'm living a broke man's dreams. I've lived everything in between. Got 16 bucks, gotta make it to Friday, trying to do it right. Ain't going my way, money so tight. What can I say? I'm living on a broke man, 16 bucks, but I made it to Friday, I finally did it right. It went my way, money's not tight. What can I say? I'm living a broke man's dreams. And I've lived everything in between.
Oh, I do love that song.
That was awesome.
Yes, thank you.
I do love that song. If you're
I love what we do.
Absolutely. If you're just joining us, Shawn Manchester is here with us live in studio. And Shawn, where are you from?
So originally Massachusetts, Attleboro.
Okay.
I have family that still lives down there, but I currently live up in Clinton, Maine.
Is it must be cold there, I would imagine?
Oh, yeah. Tons of snow these past couple of weeks, but you know, spring's right around the corner. I'm itching to get into some of the springtime gardening and all that. I live off-grid in a little tiny house, all solar. And,
oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Good
it's on
you.
Main Street, which is convenient. I can walk to everything I need if I need to.
No kidding.
But enough in the woods that I have the privacy, Yeah. So it's a good balance of that.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah. Are you a minimalist?
I like, to not keep it not very materialistic,
Yeah, I admire that a lot. That's very cool. I mean, life is simpler that way, right?
Exactly. As long as I can go outside and enjoy the sun in a hammock and have a campfire, guitar, a couple of friends. So That's the beauty of life right there.
What's the scene like there as far as, are there a lot of places where you live to play or?
Yeah, it's, I did the cover songs for a long time in the local bar kind of gigs. And there's a lot of local breweries. And, so if you're trying to find somewhere to play, you might have to travel a half an hour in pretty much any direction. But, you can normally find a decent amount of gigs.
Yeah.
I'm focusing a lot on the original songs now.
Okay.
And I'm going to move more towards running my own shows, rent a venue out.
Cool.
And then do the promotion and that sort of thing more on my own.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. Excellent. Do you do some of that now or?
Just starting out. I've done it in the past just as kind of trial and error, half covers, half originals and see who shows up. And it turned out pretty decent. And hoping, the grab bags, they'll sweeten the deal.
Yeah.
The first 10 people that come, get a gift bag or, something like that.
Yeah.
And they'll be free shows. I'm just in it for the music. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you do everything. So on the studio tracks, you do everything yourself.
Yep. All the mixing, mastering.
Wow.
And,
no kidding.
Production. I use a service online called Lander so I'm on Spotify. It pushes it out to all.
Okay.
Spotify, Apple Music, Facebook, all that stuff. So.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah. Some musicians hate having to do that part, but you sound like you embrace it.
Well, way back when I was younger, I was a programmer, web developer, that kind of thing. So I have a decent tech background.
Yeah.
And the artsy side. So I kind of just use what I've learned from that in business marketing and things, and
there you go.
Added it to the music to, enhance the hobby and just make it go a little bit further. It helps.
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
and I definitely enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it sounds like more than a hobby. I mean,
yeah.
It's definitely a passion and,
exactly.
you're accomplishing a lot with it. So that's great.
Yeah. It keeps me busy too. Always something to work on. And then when you finish a song or a video, it feels like you've gotten something done.
Yeah. Broke Man's Dream, is that based on real life experience? Because it's very relatable.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure everyone can relate, trying to get to that Friday, $16 in the account and trying to make it there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Starting out saving up for the land and had an old van down by the river. Nice, 1982 Chevy G20 conversion van. So I had everything, but my job paid for, lot rent. So lot rent, it was a parking spot. But, I figured just park the van there and started out from there, walking around to bars with my guitar and, hey, can I play a couple songs and put a tip jar out? And from there it blossomed into all of this fun stuff going on now. So,
yeah. Have you, how long have you been really focused on that part, the music career?
Probably about the last 4 or 5 years. Yeah. I'd say about that. I have kids, so spend a lot of time working on that. Kids when they were younger, take a little bit more attention, changing diapers. Now that they're a little bit more self-sustaining, a little bit of time for me here.
Yeah. Is it like living in a tiny house? Is that a big adjustment, or did that come naturally?
I love it.
Yeah.
I have plenty of space, especially. I mean, the one that I built now has plenty of space. The first couple tiny houses, I'm not a builder.
Oh, so it's not your first one?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, interesting.
This one actually turned out really nice.
Okay.
It was a learning curve the first couple of tiny houses trying to figure out how to build. I'm a musician, not a carpenter, so But this one, it's.
So you built these?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
And I prefer it. The tiny living, less space to heat.
Yeah.
Everything has a place.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh, very cool.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Yeah. How do the kids feel about it?
They love it.
Good.
Yeah, well, because I got a frog pond too. So as long as they can go outside and catch frogs in the spring and summer, they love it.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yep.
That's really cool. Do you want to play another one?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm dying to hear more. If you're just joining us, Shawn Manchester is here with us live in studio and traveled quite far. It was a bit of a haul.
It was about 2.5 hours. Just a nice drive though, watching the sun come up.
Yeah.
Trees.
Yeah.
Cute little city here too.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Wandered around for a little bit, driving, seeing all the sights. Nice architecture.
A lot of mill buildings.
Yep. This next song, The Wind Between Us. I'll play that one.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. We have Shawn Manchester here with us live in studio on this Saturday morning here on the program.
And I'll do this one just acoustic.
Okay.
I've seen the wind take it all away. Never had a chance, a reason to stay. This invisible stain. I hear the whisper of the wind through the years. Distance lost for all these fears. I wish we could stay. Don't let the wind ever come between us. We'll never be the same. Think through your heart and don't forget me. Don't ride the winds of change. And it gets hard no matter what. You gotta find the key to a door locked shut. Throw away the past. Go for a minute, go for today, but don't go for long and don't go to stay. Can't you hear me say? Don't let the wind ever come between us. We'll never be the same. Don't forget me. Don't ride the winds of change. I've seen the wind take it away. I've never had a chance, a reason to stay. This invisible stain. Don't let the wind ever come between us. We'll never be the same. Think through your heart and don't forget me. Don't ride the winds of change.
I love it. I love it. Shawn Manchester here with us live in studio. Yeah. I love your voice. How did you learn to sing? Are you self-taught or did you take lessons or?
Just all self-taught. I mean, I think the earliest was when I was 3 years old singing Run Joey Run and Billy Don't Be a Hero.
Oh, really?
You know,
Yeah.
my mom had, some home tapes,
Yeah.
The marching band came down along Main Street.
Yeah.
Early 90s or late 80s.
Okay.
stuff,
Okay.
so.
Yeah.
But then, really took it on, in high school when I was probably 17, started playing, and then a couple of Battle of the Bands and won those, went to Belfast area high school.
Okay.
Yeah, up in Maine. And so took off from there though. Once I got on stage for the first time doing that, it was all over from there. couldn't stay away.
Have you ever played with a band or has it always been a solo acoustic thing?
Yeah, I've done a lot, jammed with different friends, had cover bands and stuff like that. And I do intend on getting a bassist and a drummer eventually.
Okay.
Just probably sometime this summer, kind of work on that.
Oh, no kidding.
Been doing the solo thing, though, a couple years.
Yeah.
A little bit easier logistically.
Oh, yeah. You don't have to check with anybody about their schedule, if you had live shows to play.
Exactly.
All that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
You strike me as someone who's probably always writing. You have a lot of songs that you've written.
Exactly. Yeah. I have a lot of stuff that I've recorded. I like to just get it out of my mind and get it all recorded so I have at least some kind of demo, and then I can come back to it, tear the song apart, and figure out how I wrote it.
Yeah.
And, so I'm always writing and picking and choosing what I want to publish and what might need a little bit more time.
Doing all the mixing and mastering and everything, have you done it that way from the beginning? Like doing all of it yourself? Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I enjoy it. And it's come a long way. That's for sure. I listened to some of the stuff even just 5 years ago, and I can tell it's come a long way.
Really? Yeah.
Someday maybe I'll release it as like a gag track or something.
Yeah.
Let people hear. See, it takes time to get there.
Do you remember the first song you ever wrote?
Actually, I had started, must have been like 16 or 17. Yeah, it was. I don't play it because it's so. This is again something people haven't heard. Okay, I actually do remember it, so.
Oh, okay.
In our dreams, everything looks perfect. It all seems everything is worth it. Now I see all the pain I'm causing. I dream of you and my heart is pausing. I'm moving on without you. I'm moving on because you're untrue. I'm moving on through this dark blue called you.
I
was
like
like
that.
16, 17, started playing the guitar. That's why it's just G, C, and D.
I like it, though.
Yeah.
That's good. That's not a bad way to start.
Right? Not a bad song for a first song.
No, not bad at all.
That's funny. I haven't thought about that song in a while.
Oh, really? Yeah. No, I like it. I dig it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Who are some of your inspirations as far as songwriters and performers?
It's got to be a lot of classic rock.
Yeah.
You know, I like classic rock a lot. And then on the other side of things, I listen to a lot of like the Jason Mraz, John Mayer, early 2000s kind of acoustic guys.
Yeah,
yeah. So a lot of that, but
yeah,
I'd say it's kind of a mix of that, the classic rock. I like a lot of Led Zeppelin and
yeah. Is there anyone who inspires you in terms of because I love your voice. I mean, is there anyone you try to emulate vocally or who is a big influence?
I'd say that like, Rob Thomas, that's another one, a lot of like Matchbox 20, those kind of songs.
Yeah.
A lot of influence from that kind of stuff too. Just like that soft rock.
Yeah. But there's a little bit of a rawness though that you have that a guy like Rob Thomas doesn't have. And I think and I like that. I think that's why I like your voice so much. I don't know. There's just a little bit of a rough edge to it that I really like.
Yeah, that kind of crunch, which took a little bit to be able to get.
Really,
a lot of clean singing, so I used to do that. very clean and crisp. But I like that kind of little rasp or crunch. Compression vocals. It comes from the like, I want to rock. That kind of stuff when you actually push.
Yeah.
So I like a lot of that like heavy vocals. So
yeah. Because for a song like "Broke Man's Dream," that really works well.
Yeah,
that vocal approach for a song like that. Yeah, it gives it a little bit of that grit.
I'd say honestly, a lot of it does come from like Dio and that kind of.
No kidding.
Holy Diver, Rainbow in the Dark.
Yeah,
we're the last in line. Like that sort of.
Yeah. Well, because if you can sing that stuff, you can sing anything, right?
Exactly. It makes it so. I honestly have to like hold back from doing it too much when I play acoustic because I want to just go, straight out with it. But
you don't want to blow your voice out in the process. Yeah. That ever happened? Like, especially with this has been such a brutal cold and flu season. You ever have that happen where your voice goes during a show or starts to?
Yeah, definitely. When I was doing the cover shows and playing, 2 or 3 shows a weekend.
Yeah.
By that 9th hour of singing, in 18 hours, it's like, I need a throat lozenge. Drinking honey straight from the jar just to soothe it all.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Is it challenging at all singing this early in the day?
I thought about that on the way down. I was like, I never really sing in the morning. I mean, as long as I have some coffee to warm my voice up, it's normally not too bad.
Yeah.
That's for the listeners to decide, I guess.
Right. No, you sound great. You want to play another one?
Yeah, definitely. I'll do, I'll do one called Tell Me. It's more of a softer song, too.
All right. All right. Shawn Manchester is here with us live in studio.
She said, tell me that you love me and I won't go. If it's going down in flames, please let me know. Tell me it'll be different this time. Tell me it'll all turn out alright. And I said, don't forget what I told you. Don't forget what I said. And the tears that we've dropped, I will be there till the end. that your love will never fade. Tell me that you'll always feel the same. Tell me that I'm crazy when I leave. Tell me that you'll be there for me. And I said, don't forget what I told you. Don't forget what I said. Through all of the years and the tears that we've dropped, I will be there till the end. Don't forget what I told you. Don't forget what I said. Through all of the years and the tears that we've dropped, I will be there till the end.
I love it. I love it.
That's my favorite.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's really good. That's really good.
Thank you.
Shawn Manchester is here with us live in studio on the Saturday. If you're just joining us, sounding great. By the way, I'm envious of your ability to whistle.
Thank you.
That's something I can't.
It's-
I can't do. Which I guess is unusual. Most people can't. I can't whistle.
Well, and it's useful too, because
Yeah.
I want to play some lead. I want to just,
Yeah.
play a couple of solos over stuff. But if I'm playing rhythm, I can't really do that. So
Kind of gives you an extra instrument.
I started to learn how to play harmonica and got some of that headgear.
Oh.
And it goes pretty good. So
Yeah.
I'm adding that to the whole thing.
Oh, that's cool. So
Just
you-
one more instrument.
Do you do that live, the harmonica with the
Yeah.
headgear?
Yeah, I'll do that, yeah.
That always impresses me too, because it's like because then you're playing two instruments, and actually if you have the cajon too,
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
playing three instruments at
Yeah.
once. You're really a one man band at that point.
You get out of breath sometimes, but it's,
Yeah.
it's worth it.
Yeah, I wonder about the harmonica. If does that kind of come naturally to some extent, because it's kind of like singing, right? In a sense,
and
you're
it's,
using your breath.
exactly, and it's in key.
Yeah.
A harmonica, you can't really play a wrong note as long as you got the right harmonica for the song.
Okay.
'Cause
Okay.
it's like you have to carry around 8 or 6 or 7 harmonicas.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, each one is a different key.
I didn't
So-
see. I'm so ignorant about that.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, so
That makes sense, though. Now that I'm thinking about it logically, I'm surprised I didn't realize that, because
Yeah.
that does make perfect sense.
although they do have like 100 whole harmonicas, but
Do they? Yeah.
impossible.
Really? Yeah.
Too hard. That's too much to think about doing
Yeah.
all of it at once. But
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense, though. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah.
I like to use a loop pedal a lot.
Do you? Yeah.
Where I'll just kind of the Ed Sheeran sort of thing, play a rhythm and then play some drums over it with the guitar, and
Yeah.
it turns out pretty good. I like that because that allows me to play the lead.
Oh, okay.
So that way I can just pick up a harmonica and not have to have it on that
Yeah.
on the headgear, or just play a solo.
Yeah. Yeah. Is
Yeah.
is that challenging when you're first starting with the loop pedal, or does that come pretty easy?
It's definitely helped just with the experience as far as recording and playing to a metronome, as long as you can keep that time.
Yeah.
So it came pretty naturally.
And I guess if you're doing it live and you're playing original music, it kind of doesn't matter if something isn't, if you're looping something that maybe isn't quite what you intended, maybe you made a little bit of a mistake, but it
Exactly.
kind of doesn't really matter, right? Because it's
Well, and I prefer it that way. I had recorded backing tracks of drums, bass, and guitar so that I could sing and play lead over it,
yeah.
and hit play through the song, but it made it the same every time.
Okay.
So I was kind of against that. I'd rather have it be dynamic, and then if something cool happens, if I add some little like weird Rasta part to one of my songs,
Right.
or, some kind of cool riff, it just makes it unique.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's something that, may be missing in some music,
Mm-hmm.
like I enjoy just how dynamic the loop pedal and the acoustic can be. I've been in cover bands where if you mess up one note on Sweet Child of Mine, everyone gives you a glare.
Yeah.
I'd rather have it be dynamic where
yeah.
still having fun.
Yeah. That's something about cover bands I've always thought is interesting, is that some people really do get, like, they want to hear the songs exactly the way they were
And a
recorded.
lot of people play them well, you know.
Yeah,
but
which is cool and everything, but I kind of like it when there's something a little different, you know? It's like, I already know how the original sounds. I want to hear your interpretation of it. You know what I mean?
exactly. I like seeing those, you know, acoustic bands. You know, you have a couple guys with a cajon and acoustic and a bass just doing covers like not near the beach, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, summertime. And then it's a completely different feel when you have that kind of like acoustic band.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. We have time. You want to play another one?
Yeah, let me, I'll do one called Fade. Let me just take a sip of this real quick.
Absolutely. If you're just joining us, Shawn Manchester is here with us, playing live, sounding amazing. Really enjoying this a lot.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
This one's not normally an acoustic, but we'll send it.
Was it bound to be blindfolded, or was I hiding from the lies? The thought of ending all this and cutting our ties, can't take it anymore. I won't handle it this time. I try to break through, no matter how hard I try. With everything that's lost and held so high, I've tried too many times to tell you why. I'm starting to fade without a fade. I'm starting to fade away. Yeah. It's coming and I'm onto you, beginning to cut me straight on through. My brain is pulsing with the time, and then this world will crumble down. Just roaming through this hopeless town, reason without a chance for rhyme. I'm starting to fade without a fade. I'm starting to fade away.
Nice. That's called Fade?
Yes, yep. Fade.
Very cool. Fade by Shawn Manchester, who's here with us live in studio. That's got kind of a little bit of a grunge vibe there to that one. I like that.
Yes,
yeah. Reminds me of a little bit 90s
Exactly.
grunge.
A lot of the early stuff. So that's something I should have mentioned too. Foo Fighters. You know, I like Nirvana and Foo Fighters, mostly Dave Grohl being the multi-instrumentalist. So I like a lot of that post-grunge kind of. So that's one of the earlier songs that I wrote. So it definitely has those grungy vibes to them.
Yeah. Your songs too. So I noticed that are they all. Your songs are kind of shorter than a lot of singer-songwriters. Some singer-songwriters, you know, we've had on, they've got like these 6-minute songs, but yours are kind of.
Yeah, I normally, you know, if I have the loop pedal, that helps to make it a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But I like to keep them kind of short and sweet to the point, so you stay along with the song,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
vibe of it.
What's that expression? Don't bore us, get to the chorus.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so I do have a lot of it's very like pop, you know, radio music. That's very similar structure to that.
Yeah.
And you know, having a band or the loop pedal makes it a lot easier to do those intricacies, because I love doing that riff, and like I can layer it, and the loop pedal makes it so much fun.
Yeah. How did you learn to play guitar? I know you're vocally you're self-taught. What about guitar?
Same, just
No kidding.
self-taught. Looked up tabs to what is the first thing I played? Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
That's another big influence.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Sitting in my mom's basement when I was 16 and got the guitar for my birthday or Christmas, one of those.
Yeah.
And just looked up the tabs, started going to town, and then The other one was Shine Down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so just learning learning the tabs and went from there. Just kept with it.
Yeah. Nice. Was that because you're a multi-instrumentalist, was that your first instrument, guitar? Did you start on guitar?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had played piano here and there just when I saw one messing around, So I had that's what kind of got it going. Just seeing how much fun it was, and I can create something out of nothing.
That makes sense because I've heard so many music instructors and teachers say that ideally, if you start on a keyboard, that's the best way to start to learn the fundamentals and train your brain.
It makes it a lot easier to apply the music theory just because all the notes are in order. So then when you look at a guitar neck, if you see, each fret is basically a key on the keyboard, it helps for the visualization of it a lot.
Yeah.
I think that was the biggest thing.
Really? Yeah. I've heard a lot of instructors say that's ideal.
I'm going to get a piano this spring or summer.
Oh, no kidding.
Find one of those ones that people have that are free, that they,
Like a full piano?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
I'm going to have a little roof over my campfire pit so I can have, a piano by the fire outside
sweet.
and keep it covered and do some outdoor saloon campfire
wow.
jams with my friends, have a couple people on guitar or whatever, whoever shows up with,
very cool.
mandolin and whatever, but make some fun jams. But I've always wanted an outdoor piano like that. I mean,
no kidding.
Couldn't really beat that. The sound of piano outside at night would be awesome.
What do you do about that in the winter? You've probably already researched it. Do you have to?
Well, I mean, the piano's on its last leg, so we'll see what happens in winter. If it's restorable, if it's some tune junky one that they're just going to toss anyways,
then I guess it doesn't matter, right?
Maybe a bonfire for winter,
right.
Depending on what. End up burning $1 million piano.
Oops.
Oopsies.
You wanna sneak in one more? We have time if you want to do one more, and then
I'll do a fun one.
Okay.
It's called Generic Love Song.
Okay.
So, let me take these headphones off real quick. False start. That's how you know it's live. Come on over and I'll serenade you. What do you like? What do you want to hear? I'll sing it loud and make your legs quiver. I'll lean in close and whisper in your ear. You're just another generic love song, just something that I can sing. In a week you'll be off my set list, and I won't miss a single thing. What's your name again? Sorry, my bad. You're just another girl that I know won't last. But let's sing along and have fun. Tomorrow morning, this'll be done. You're just another generic love song, just something that I can sing. In a week, you'll be off my set list, and I won't miss a single thing. It's a single thing. It's a single thing. I won't miss a thing. You're just another generic love song, just something that I can sing. In a week you'll be off my set list, and I won't miss a single thing.
Oh, that's awesome. What a great track. That's great. Generic love song by.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek song.
Fun.
Yeah,
right?
like
Yeah,
it.
it's supposed to be.
I love fun.
All my songs can't be heartbreaking,
Yeah,
being
yeah.
broke and.
Yeah, no, that is fun.
Gotta have a little fun.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
Shawn, what should people know about how to keep up with you online, follow everything that you're doing? And
Yeah, if you search for Shawn Manch, Manchester abbreviated, just on Google, Facebook, Instagram, all those places I keep up.
Okay.
YouTube, Spotify. So
yeah.
pretty much if you look for me there, hopefully I'm there.
Yeah, yeah. You are very Googleable, which
Yeah,
is good.
Yeah, it's definitely, that's that, being a programmer back in the day,
Yep.
it comes in handy, search engine optimization, that sort of stuff. So,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, and if anyone wants to look me up, I appreciate it.
Yeah. And do you have anything this weekend that you got any shows you're playing you want to plug? Or?
Not anything right now. I'm going to start doing the ones that I run and, focus on quality over quantity, so focus a lot on those. But if they follow my Facebook, that's where I definitely update the most, I'd say, and make some Facebook events. And
yeah.
going to be booking, hopefully, fairs. That's what I want to get into a lot of.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Fairs and events like that. Kind of get out of the bar scene with the covers and do more of the bigger summer events. Yeah.
I was going to say summer is probably your busiest time, right?
Well, and the fairground in Clinton is right up the road from me. And
okay.
I started to become a part of the Lions Club, who run the fair. So,
perfect.
hopefully that's a good end to play some of these songs. It would be a broke man's dream.
There you go. There you go.
Fair, so.
There you go. I think we should end the segment with another track from your studio studio album. I'll let you tell me. I'll let you pick. What's a good...
I'm trying to think if there's one that I hadn't played.
Yeah. Did you...
Oh, there's one called Survive. That's a newer one. Yep. Yeah, that's one that I hadn't played. I was trying to think of what was on there.
Okay.
Yeah, self-recorded, and that one's also only about a week old.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. Been doing a lot of writing and recording, getting it out of my mind and getting it on the airwaves.
Yeah. No, that is excellent. Okay, yep, I've got it here.
Perfect.
We will close out this segment with Survive. This is Shawn Manchester. And Shawn, thank you again.
Thank you very much, and have a good day, Manchester. Stricken by their doubt, lonely is the shoreline, the waves never recede. As the moon pulls harder, it brings you to your knees. We try to stay alive, doing all we can just to survive. We try stay alive, doing all we can just to survive. When you feel the chains that are weighing on your mind, the taste of your endeavors will lead to your demise. Changing with your purpose, tearing down the lies, roaming with your demons that haunt you in the night.
trying to do